So obviously, one thing that I am aware of, but unfortunately haven't yet read, is your book called Outlanders. So
Oh,
hidden
yeah.
narratives from social workers of colour. Is it a book that you've co-edited, isn't it, I
It
believe?
is. It is, yeah. It's a book I co-edited with a social worker called Siobhan McLean, who's an independent social worker and practice educator, and she's also a publisher.
Hmm.
So she's far more practiced in sort of publishing books and things than I am.
Yeah.
But we came together a few years ago prior to COVID. Siobhan had the idea for a book to capture the narratives of social workers of colour. Um, there were a few concept ideas I got about the format that might take, what that might look like, and then yeah, it just kind of it went from there. And I'm really happy, really, with how things panned out with it, in that we got lots of people on board to share their essays, poems, stories.
Yeah.
So the book is a combination of all those things, and it really showcases, I think, kind of a perspective that up to now has been very hidden, very suppressed in social work. And I kind of feel like we've almost been able to go one step further than just kind of getting our voices heard. But with Outlanders, I think we've been able to kind of raise the profile as well, hopefully, for social workers of colour and kind of the rich attributes that we bring, just like everybody else, we bring our own kind of attributes to the party. So yeah.
It's certainly a book I'm going to be ordering very soon. I've read snippets of it and I've seen some bits on YouTube. And it is, I think, like you say, the mix of narratives and the fact that you've got the creative side as well is a really lovely slant. And it's not just a book which is just words. It's you've
Yeah.
got the creative side too, as in the poetry side, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we try to bring out within Empower My Voice with the young people's workshops, and we have the creative input, whether it's sort of, poetry or art, because it does really help to communicate, doesn't it? It's a really
It does.
nice way.
It does, yeah. One of the things I've found with the kind of anti-racism work I've been involved in is that sort of trying to keep it fresh, really, by being creative, as you say, because otherwise I think things can be quite stale or dry or inaccessible for some people. So, I think by using different mediums and platforms, it kind of gets the message across, generates the dialogue, in different ways, and that hooks different people in. So, Outlanders really was a kind of useful platform to use in terms of publishing a book, but
Yeah.
not necessarily like just any old social work book, if you see what I mean, which to some people might be a bit inaccessible because they'll think, oh, I'm not clever enough to read that. It's got too many big words in, or the front cover might not be very appealing, for example. And we just tried to sort of come at it from a very different angle with Outlanders, and make it a book that you might just pick up off the shelf in Waterstone, say, if you were just wandering through, it would just get your attention.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I say, it's unique in so many ways, and I just feel honoured really to have been part of it.
Oh, brilliant. And I think as far as I understand, the proceeds from the book go to a social work benevolent fund as well, don't they? Is that right?
That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not kind of, I'm not eating well off Outlanders or anything like that. Yeah, I did it just for the love, really. And Siobhan is the same, although, she played a large role in the publishing of the book and actually getting it produced. She's not made any profit out of that. It's all not for profit, and the proceeds, as you say, go to the Social Work Benevolent Trust, which myself and Siobhan and all the contributors, are really happy to make that kind of contribution to that, staying true to social work. And I was told recently we've been able to already contribute something like £1,200 or something. And
Brilliant. It's only
yeah,
just come out, hasn't it,
yeah,
earlier
pretty
this
much,
year?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's amazing. Yeah, wow. So yeah, definitely one on my summer reading list.
Fabulous.